Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a watch that came out in 2009 and only ran for 3 years. This is the much sought, rarely found Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean Chronograph mid-size. In stainless steel, the watch is 37.5 millimeters in diameter, 16.3 millimeters thick, from lug tip to lug tip, 43.4 millimeters. If you add the end links of the bracelet, total distance across the wrist is 45.9 millimeters, with an 18 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw this mid-size chrono on my wrist, and as you can see, it wears beautifully. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference. The timepiece wears easy, short across the wrist, such that I could wear this watch even if my wrist were as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Now, it won't fit underneath the tightest of cuffs, not at 16.3 millimeters thick, but it should be fine underneath a jacket cuff. And again, this is a wonderfully compact watch. You can also see how the bracelet pulls straight down out of the lug, so it has no tendency to fight you or flare. There's a little bit of a taper down from the integrated end link, and we have removable links fixed in place by screws. Outer faces are polished, tops are satinated, and you can see we have a single fold clasp made of thick gauge steel, double trigger release. There is a fold out dive extension, so you can fold that out and use that over a diving suit. It is a 600-meter rated diver with a helium escape valve for saturation divers to allow helium to exit the watch without displacing the crystal or seals. We have a sharp knurling on the edge of the bezel, and you can see the bezel has satin finished media blasted recesses, and then the outer bezel knurling is polished. Has a wonderfully crisp 120 click action. We have an anodized aluminum bezel. You can time 2 events concurrently, one with the dive bezel, one with the chronograph. Note that the luminescence is pronounced, and not just the conventional hour and minute as we normally have on chronographs. We also have luminescent sub-register hands and luminescent chronograph seconds. Now, the watch includes all applique indices, which is an upscale look, and vintage-inspired broad arrow hour and minute hands. The watch does include a hacking or stop seconds function. And then in the intermediate position, you can see we have a quick set for the date. And the date disc is black to match the dial, which should be universal on watches, but for some reason it isn't. The date disc should always match the color of the dial. What appear to be screw-down pushers are actually just sleeved pushers. You can operate them without first screwing them out, which is great for on-the-fly operation. Underneath the case back, which features the traditional hippocampus, we have an Omega caliber 3313, which is Omega's modified version of a Frederic Piguet 1285, which is impressive, as that's a high horology Bausch. So it's an automatic winder that has a 52-hour power reserve, stop seconds, a quick set date. It has both a vertical clutch for the chronograph for seamless operation and, if you wish, continuous chronograph operation without additional wear and tear, and column wheel for function selection that makes it crisp and positive, a tactile pleasure to operate. It features a coaxial escapement that improves long-term timing stability as well as reducing maintenance requirements and improving power reserve. This was invented by independent watchmaker George Daniels, and it's a pleasure to get such technology in an affordable watch. It is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer adjusted in 5 positions that pivots on 36 jewels, and it has a free-sprung balance architecture for precise adjustment and shock tolerance. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.